until we get hit. So I'm gonna say LeBron James. And you know what? Let the debate begin. And I don't give a rat's ass that they do. I just telling you who I would like. That's all.
I said that LeBron will. I find him to be the most talented player I've ever seen in NBA history. Got a problem with that statement by me?
Well, you sound like you're threatening me.
No, I'm not threatening you. I'm.
A two-time MVP recently went on national television and delivered a calm but powerful critique of LeBron James that caught everyone off guard. There was no shouting, no drama, and no clickbait tone. Just a steady voice, clear points, and facts that LeBron supporters haven't been able to answer. What made it even stranger was how quickly sports media seemed to move on, almost pretending the moment never happened. That MVP was Karl Malone. He didn't rant or chase attention. He looked straight into the camera and said what many fans have quietly believed for years but rarely hear said out loud. His comments about LeBron's legacy didn't just sting, they landed hard and stayed with you. By the time he finished, the GOAT debate didn't feel loud or confident anymore. It felt uncertain. And since then, LeBron has said nothing. No response, no hint, not even a subtle reaction. Back in January 2025, the interview was supposed to be routine. A basketball legend sitting down with a major network, sharing old stories and light opinions about today's game. Nothing controversial. The producers expected an easy segment filled with nostalgia. Then the host asked the one question every former star eventually faces: where does LeBron James really rank all time, and is he truly the greatest ever? The mood changed instantly. Karl didn't dodge the question. He didn't laugh it off or play it safe. And what followed surprised everyone. Most legends handle that question the same way. They give polite, empty answers like, he's in the conversation, or, you can't compare eras. Not because they don't have opinions, but because criticizing LeBron usually brings non-stop backlash online. Clips get twisted, comments explode, and angry fans swarm. So most former players choose peace and move on. Karl Malone didn't do that. He leaned forward and spoke clearly, breaking his argument down step by step, calm and confident. No sugarcoating, no backtracking. The host's face said it all, pure shock. It was the look you get when someone finally says a truth people only whisper online. Within minutes, social media was on fire. Clips spread fast, and debates erupted everywhere. But the real impact wasn't the reaction. It was where Karl started. He went straight to championships. No distractions, no side topics. Just results. His point was simple: if you're calling yourself the greatest player ever, your record on the biggest stage has to show it. A 4-6 finals record doesn't scream dominance. It shows greatness, yes, but also unfinished business. Making 10 finals is impressive, no doubt. But losing 6 of them matters. On basketball's biggest stage, LeBron came up short more often than he succeeded. Then Karl made the comparison that hit even harder. Michael Jordan went to the finals 6 times and won 6 championships, earning finals MVP every time. No excuses, no debates. Jordan didn't stack finals losses. He stacked trophies. Magic Johnson doesn't brag about finals losses. Larry Bird doesn't ask for credit just for getting there. History remembers champions, not runner-ups. Showing up isn't the same as finishing, and banners aren't raised for effort. That alone was enough to fuel arguments for days, but Karl wasn't done. Next, he addressed something that has followed LeBron his entire career: team hopping. Karl laid it out plainly. LeBron spent 7 years in Cleveland the first time and won nothing. When things got tough, he left on national TV and joined Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami. Even with that loaded roster, he won only 2 championships in 4 years. When that stopped working, he left again. He returned to Cleveland, but only after the team added Kevin Love. That run produced 1 title, then he moved on again to Los Angeles, where Anthony Davis was already in place. Same pattern, different city. Karl then flipped the comparison. Michael Jordan stayed in Chicago throughout his prime. He didn't team up with rivals. He beat them. He helped build the Bulls, turning Scottie Pippen into a Hall of Famer. That, Karl said, is greatness, raising the people around you, not searching for shortcuts. From there, Karl drew a clear line between being great and being the greatest. LeBron is undeniably one of the most talented players ever. No argument there. But being the greatest requires more. It takes loyalty, patience, and building something through adversity instead of resetting every time things get uncomfortable. By that standard, Karl said LeBron falls short. Then came the most uncomfortable topic of all: clutch instinct. Karl explained it simply. When the game is tight and the clock is running out, true legends want the ball. Jordan wanted that shot. Kobe demanded it. They didn't fear pressure, they chased it. In those moments, they weren't looking to pass. They were looking to finish. Karl asked the question nobody likes to answer. How many times has LeBron passed the final shot? How often has he kicked the ball out to a teammate in the biggest moments? Not always because it was the best option, but because the miss wouldn't fall on him. Karl didn't accuse, he observed. And it's happened more than fans want to admit. Then he brought up the moment that still haunts the debate, the 2011 finals against Dallas. LeBron's first year in Miami, heavy favorites, facing an older Mavericks team led by Dirk Nowitzki. That was supposed to be LeBron's defining moment. Instead, he averaged under 18 points per game and disappeared in fourth quarters. When the pressure peaked, he hesitated and deferred. Dallas closed the series in 6 games. Karl didn't dress it up. He called it what it was, coming up short when it mattered most. And in his words, that is not GOAT behavior. When everything is on the line, greatness shows itself. And in that moment, LeBron didn't.
You can feel it just oozing out. Yeah.
Who would you rather have as a teammate?
No stat sheet can erase that series. No highlight package can rewrite what happened in those fourth quarters. Karl made it clear that some moments never fade, and that one is permanently stamped into basketball history. What made everything even louder was what followed next: silence. Anyone who follows the NBA knows LeBron James is one of the most active stars online. He tweets about sports, movies, culture, late-night thoughts, Taco Tuesday, everything. He's never been shy about responding when his legacy is questioned. But after Karl's interview aired, there was nothing. No tweets. No vague messages. No subtle shots. No agents speaking for him. No friendly media voices rushing in to soften the moment. The entire circle went quiet at the same time. That didn't look like confidence. It looked like containment. Maybe they hoped it would pass. Maybe they thought ignoring it would make people forget. But that's not how the internet works. And basketball fans don't forget moments like this. The longer LeBron stays silent, the louder the question becomes, did Karl hit a nerve that can't be explained away? Now other former players are starting to speak up, just not as directly. They're choosing their words carefully, keeping things vague. But if you pay attention, the message is still there. Legends liking posts that question GOAT status. Others talking about championship mentality and how real winners perform when pressure peaks. No names mentioned, but everyone knows exactly who they're talking about. That quiet agreement might be louder than any rant. Karl ended up saying what a huge group of people have been holding back for years. And to be clear, none of this denies how great LeBron James is. He's an incredible basketball player. Over 20 years of elite production. The all-time scoring leader. A player who can guard multiple positions, run an offense, and read plays before they develop. That level of basketball IQ is rare and deserves respect. Karl made sure that part wasn't twisted. But here's where the line gets drawn. Being great and being the greatest are not the same thing. Never have been. The GOAT debate isn't about piling up stats over 2 decades. It's not about all-star selections or regular season awards. It's about what happens when everything is on the line. Finals performances. Championships. Owning the moment when pressure is at its highest. By that standard, Karl made it clear LeBron's case has too many cracks. For championships in 10 finals trips means more losses than wins on the biggest stage. There's also a clear pattern that can't be ignored. LeBron needed multiple All-Stars around him to win. And that 2011 finals collapse still hangs over the conversation and always will. These aren't small details. These are defining moments. This is what legacies are built on, or broken by. And here's why Karl's words carry extra weight. He knows what it's like to fall short. Karl Malone was one of the most dominant players of his era. Huge numbers, endless accolades, 2 finals appearances, but no championships. And because of that, he never walked around calling himself the greatest. He understood something that often gets lost today. Greatness isn't just production. It's winning when it matters most. That's not bitterness. That's honesty from someone who lived it, felt it, and knows exactly where the line is. Karl wasn't trying to tear anyone down. He was simply being honest about what the standard really is. That's why the GOAT debate has always centered around one name. Michael Jordan. 6 championships in 6 finals appearances. Finals MVP every time. Never lost on the biggest stage. Never jumped teams to chase help. One city. One franchise. One legacy built step by step. No shortcuts. No resets. No running when things got uncomfortable. That's the bar Karl was pointing to, not out of hate, but reality. Can LeBron be top 5 all time? Absolutely. Top 3? That's a fair discussion. But the GOAT title, Karl reminded everyone, stops being close once you stop ignoring the details. Rings. finals results, pressure moments, and how those moments were handled. And this conversation isn't going away. Karl didn't just share an opinion. He opened the door for a truth a lot of former players have been sitting on for years. Now that someone with real credibility said it out loud, others may finally stop hiding behind safe answers. What's happening now is overdue. LeBron's legacy is finally being examined without media filters or protected narratives. Just facts anyone can look up and judge for themselves. Karl Malone did what legends do. He spoke honestly without worrying about backlash. The mailman delivered a message a lot of basketball fans needed to hear. Agree with him or not, you have to respect someone who stands on what they believe instead of playing it safe. And if you made it this far, you already know what this channel stands for. Real basketball talk. Honest breakdowns. No fear of who gets upset. If that's what you want, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. Drop a like if Karl made some solid points. And if you still believe LeBron is the GOAT, jump in the comments and explain why. This debate is too real to be ignored.